Good evening and welcome to this edition of WTF Racing. I will be calling the action tonight. My name is Michael H. Aldrich, also known as Bully Chef. We are running at Kansas Motor Speedway, so we have 75 laps, which should be really good racing tonight. Tonight's field, in their starting order, the 22 of myself, Michael H. Aldrich, the 77 of David Hurt, the 67 of Doug Easel, the 77 of Joshua Maloney, the 13 of Clayton J, and the 3 of Gregory Everett. We'll be coming up to the green flag here shortly. So let's get racing for some. Let's get ready for some stock car racing at Kansas Motor Speedway. WTF is a cooperative learning league in which we pride ourselves on trying to help every driver improve their skill through competitive cooperation. So we work together on what practices we run. We run many throughout the weeks. We run on Wednesday nights at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. If you want to get a hold of us, you may PM us on Instagram at WTFRacing.eTeam. You may find us in Discord, on iRacing in the leagues, and on GridFighter.com. Green flag has dropped. Green, 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 green. The 22 gets a great jump, followed by David Hurt in second place. In third, looks like it's going to shake up to be either 3 wide in turn 1. Looks like the third place is going to shake up so far to be the 76 of Joshua. Still got to pack 3 wide again. Now we got 1 on the low side. And they're lining up, kind of filing out 3 wide in the turn 3 and 4. A great racing all along so far. Bully Chef got a great jump, staying out front to this point. Joshua putting a good bit of pressure as they run in single file down the backstretch, entering 3 and 4. Looks like Bully gets a little bit loose right there in the 22 car out front. Stays back, man, to stay in front. Everybody's lining up, just kind of right along at this point of the race so far. Oh, looks like Joshua had a little bit of run on the inside, but had a flag better of it, got a little loose. David hard on his tail. Got a race back here with Clayton and Doug. Doug gets by Clayton. Looks like Gary got a little bit of accident, ended up having to come into pit road and get repaired. Little engine trouble. We do run our league with 3 fast repairs.
Sorry if I cut you off there, Joe. I was trying to.
So everybody gets the opportunity to fix their car if they get it clicked on or off, so it gives everybody the opportunity to try and have a close competitive race. And, some mistakes don't hurt you too bad. This is race 5 of our season currently. Our top 3 points are myself, Bully Chef. David Hurt is in second place. And Doug Easel is in third. You got a great view of coming up behind Clinton, as he's trying to close in on the 62nd of Doug Easel. Now, as you see, this field is strung out a little bit. We got the pack of 3 into the front. You can tell Doug, he's riding along right now. Ooh, David and Joshua got a little squirrely together. Dave got to the back end of Joshua a little bit. Joshua managed to hold on the track, still running clean. Got a 2 wide race up front for second place. David Hurt trying to make a move up underneath, and he makes a move, clears the 67 of Joshua to take second place, but Joshua's not having. He's going to try and battle back coming into 1 and 2. While this is going on and they're racing side by side, this has allowed Doug Easel to close the gap in on that lead pack. Now we have a lead pack of 4 up front, 4 in the front. Laps are clicking off. Like I said, this is your 75 lap race in this particular track. Bully Chef the 22 decides to take the high line. Then he drops back low along that back stretch, not quite on the apron, but running the white lines and come up. Is he going to go higher a little bit? Stretch? Ooh! Doug Eagle and Joshua nearly get into each other. Josh has to lift, loses a little bit of momentum, falls back a little bit. Oh, excuse me, that was David Hurt. Falls back a little bit, and back to 2 up, back, and now they're lined back up. We got a pack of 4 up front. David trying to pick up on the inside. Bully proper running outside, trying to keep track of those tires. David's got a little bit of a run inside, but Bully really exits well off the outside there and clears it for a clean run. Still got a pack of 4 up in the front, but the 3 leaders, first, second, and third, are starting to pull away from 4th place, which is Doug. Ooh, the 76 of Joshua gets a little loose, loses a little momentum, falls back a little bit, allow David to call back in on him. They'll line up, take a little bit of draft off each other, and chase these 2 down. David decides to make it too wide in the 3 and 4, gets a good drive off of it. Bully exits well, manages to keep him back in 2nd place. Going into 1 and 2, these 2. David's going to try and pick inside again. Bully's going to keep it towards the middle of the track this time, gets a much better exit. Off, Dave saves low. Oh, Bully gets a little loose, gets into him. Oh, comes down, causes a caution. We have a wreck on the front stretch. And the beneficiaries of that particular wreck are going to be the 67 of Joshua and the 76 of Joshua and the 67 of Doug Easel. They're going to take 1st and 2nd place from him, going into the caution laps. He's in a right groove with Doug. They cross the laps. They're waiting on the pace car to come on out. Once again, this is a WTF Racing production. We are currently recruiting drivers, so if anybody's interested, like I said, you can reach us on Instagram at WTFRacing.eTeam. Just PM us, or you can find us through the iRacing Leagues. Just look up WTF Racing and go ahead and put in an application. We also are on gridfinder.com. And you can either contact me or another one of our members, Doug, personally. You can contact me at BullyChef710 on Discord, and Doug Easel also at JKNFLA. So we've had pretty good races so far, folks, for Kansas Motor Speedway. We're on our first caution. You can see the 77 David Hurt car was bringed up pretty good there. We're looking back at the Motorcraft car of Joshua, 76. Looks like Clayton's going down pit road in the Hooters car. Looks like he hit the wall pretty good, scraped it. This was a great thing for Clayton. He's able to get his car fixed, probably get back up on the lead lap to race. So he's running so solid, good thing for him. He benefits as well. And the only car that was lead lap down, unfortunately, to an early accident was a 3-car Gregory Everett, who got the lucky dog and was able to get his lap around. Here's an 8-car view from Clayton J. On number 13. Big Chase Elliott fan running the breast cancer awareness car. Gregory Everett running his Dallas Cowboys car. Here's the base car. Here's David Hurt coming on into pit road, the Joker car. Doug Easel coming on into pit road, get his press pair of tires. Also have Bully Chef, who unfortunately caused that caution. He's coming in, he's one of his fast repairs, gets the car fixed, staying up on the lead lap, and then we'll go racing again. It's like Greg had a little incident, went around on the pit road. He's going to get on there to clear it safely. Get a little head view from the 76 of Maloney, Joshua. He's going to inherit first place on the restart. Josh, really fast driver. This was a great break for him. An 8-car view of Clayton J. There comes David coming out of pit road. Myself, Bully Chef, the WTF Racing Toyota Camry coming out. Here's the WTF Racing Ford Mustang of Doug Easel coming out of pit road, getting ready for the restart. We come to the line. There should be 2 to go, if I'm correct.
Hey, Sergeant, 3-4 boys.
So Clayton's going to inherit second place coming off going into the restart. So we're going to get an in-car view on this restart. Gregory coming around, gets the field for the restart. Kansas really was slick last night the way we ran it. Not a whole lot of grip, especially once you got to late runs. Tire management really became an issue especially towards the end of the night as the run ran late. I believe we only ran 2 cautions in this race. This is the first of the 2. And then after that, we had a really long run. Really, guys, lifting early, trying to save fuel, trying to make it to the end without pitting. Or the question was, who was going to pit first? So at this time the pace cars will be dropping off pit road. Once again, this is WTF Racing's league race. This is race number 5 at Kansas Motor Speedway. Alright, pace car is going to be dropping off. And here comes the restart. Green, 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 green. You can see Doug here got an incredible start. He's going to go ahead and choose the high line going to 102. Getting on the high side of David Hurt. David manages to just keep a lot of momentum going on that low side right there. You got Clayton up to the outside. They're 2 wide going into 1 and 2. Bully Chef, the 22 in the WTF Racing 4 Camry, takes it to the inside, taking it 2 wide on the backstretch. Clinton J takes it deep to the inside to go ahead and take the lead. Followed by Joshua, then Bully Chef, then David Hurt, then Greg. Oh, there's our second caution right there, folks. Car around, car around, car around. And it is the 13 of Clayton that goes around. The 13 goes around, causes the second caution of the evening. So as we come up, question we have here is who is going to pit? Is anybody going to pit? Are they going to go after first tires? They can stay out. We only ran 2 laps. This league we do run unlimited tires. The tires aren't an issue. Really, field management was, and if we were going to have the cautions in order to make it, to the end, and if you can manage the tires to the end. At this point, I believe we still got quite a few laps to go. I mean, we're well over, I think 50 to go, 50, 60 to go, somewhere in there, probably 59, 58 to go at this point of the race. So things, are looking solid. So we'll see once we get to pace car if anybody's going to go ahead and go down the pit road. The 22 chooses the pit road. The other bit stays out is the 77 of David Hurt and the 3 of Gregory Everett. Myself, Michael H. Aldridge, Bully Chef, and JKNFLA, Doug Everett, and the 76 of Joshua have all decided to come on into pit road and get 4 fresh tires and some fuel and go from there. I believe it was a smart move on their behalf. Like I said, never know, this race could get stretched out and go long. Fuel strategy and tires are an important key. So we'll watch the action on pit road, see who comes off of pit road first. Looks like Bully Chef had a great start. He's going to get out before they're followed by the 62nd of Doug Everett. The 62nd of Doug Eagsel. And the 76 of Joshua. So all lonesome out in front, we got David Hurt going to take the lead of the race on the second caution of the race. Clayton unfortunately got out. He was a lap down. So, it looks like the field's going to stack up. The 77 of David Hurt in first place. The 22 of Bully Schiff, Michael H. Aldrich in second place. Third place is going to be the WTF Racing Ford Mustang of Doug Easel. Fourth place is going to be the 76 of Joshua Maloney. Fifth place will be the 13 of Clayton J. And sixth place is going to be the 3-car of the WTF Racing Chevy Camaro, Gregory Everett. Once again, WTF is a developmental racing league. We do run Wednesday nights at 6 Pacific, 8 Eastern. If anybody's interested in joining, you're more than welcome. Feel free to look us up on gridfinder.com. You can also find us on Instagram under WTFRacing.eTeam, or you may find us also on search the leagues on search under leagues on iRacing, the beta, the members page, and search WTF Racing, and you should be able to find us there. Shoot us an application, and we'd love to have you out. We do put up a lot of practices and practice races and stuff during the week that we do open to the public. Everybody's always welcome to join, check it out, and see how you like running with us. Just check Facebook. Instagram, things like that. We'll post them up, and feel free to join us for some of the weekly runs that we do. And if you're interested in running with us after those, feel free, like I said, ask us about it, or feel free just to send us an application. Once again, we're fixing to go green flag racing. First place is the 77 David Hurt. Second place is 22 of Bully Chef. Third is Doug Eagle. Fourth is Josh. Fifth is Clayton, and running up the field in sixth is Gregory Everett. Pace car is dropped off down the pit road. We're fixing to go green flag racing. Engine's revving up. Green, 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 green. Looks like everybody got a solid, good start. Everybody got a great start. They didn't really spread out a bunch at all. We got 2 wide racing going in 102. 2 wide racing all the way around. Clayton goes low on the apron, but the 76, so Joshua got a great run. Is he going to be able to take second place with that run? He's 2 wide going into 3 and 4 with the 77 of David Hurt. Following up behind is Doug Easel and 76 of WTF Racing Ford Mustang. Out front with a little bit of a run is the 22 of Michael H. Aldrich, the WTF Racing Toyota Camry. As they complete 1 green flag lap, first place is Michael Aldrich. Second place is Joshua Maloney. Third place is David Hurt. Fourth place is the 67, the Doug Everett. Fifth place is Gregory Everett, and then followed up by Clayton. They've stretched out a little bit, but Joshua is definitely putting a little bit of pressure on the leader as they go into 1 and 2. David Hurt likes to run the low line. Stand low through 1 and 2 coming up. Got a great run closing in on Joshua through the backstretch. And look at the 67 of Doug. Got a great run on the backstretch closing in. 2 wide racing through the set for second place. Between the the 76 and the 77. Closing as they go 2 wide is the 67. The 3 follows the pack behind. At this point, the 13 is pulled off with car troubles. Engine trouble for the 13. Terrible night for him. looks like the 77 of David Herter, the Joker car, has established dominance into second place, followed by the 67 of Joshua and the 76 of Doug. Or excuse me, the 76 of Joshua and the 67 of Doug. We got a pack of 4 in the front, riding along. Bravery back there in sight, keeping it close, keeping them close. They're 2 wide coming through the front stretch. Now Joshua drops back inside and I line it back up, keep a little draft, try and close in. David like to keep it on that low line. The leader's trying to keep it up more towards the middle, trying to save tires. Look at the 67 of the WTF Ford Mustang coming right up the middle. Got a great run, closing the gap some. Still got a lead pack of 4. Followed up not too far behind by Gregory Everett. Unfortunately, Clayton J has blown up and his night has ended. I remember him saying that he had trouble. I think he forgot to click his flash repairs off, so when he pitted, they got used all up. When he kept trying to repair the car, so that was an unfortunate bad night for him. So Doug's still sitting back in 4th place. Lost a little bit of time on the top 3 guys. Let's see if he can close it up into 3 and 4 here. Still got your leader, Bully Chef Michael Aldrich, the 22. The 77 of David Hurt. The 76 of Joshua Maloney. And then the 67 of Doug Eagle, all your top 4. Going into 1 and 2. David Hurt chooses to take the low line, trying to get a run up all there on the 22 of Michael Aldrich. Looks like the 67 got a little loose, had a little trouble, trying to recover, lost some momentum. And the 67 of Doug Easel is going to get through by him on the low side to take 3rd place. Good battle for 3rd. Looks like Clayton was able to come out and get back on track, so that's a good sign to see him up and running. He turned around, he wasn't finished after all for the night. There's your top 2 leaders. The 22 of Michael and the 77 of David, the Joker car. I love that paint scheme. In 3rd place is the WTF Racing Ford Mustang of Doug Easel. And the Motorcraft Ford Mustang of Joshua is in 4th place. We got 2 wide racing for the lead up front. David Hurt's coming up front trying to take the lead. They're 2 wide. 2 wide only into 1 and 2. Mike got a run on the high side, was able to get by him. They've lined back up. We got now back to a lead pack of 4. David Hurt 2nd place, Doug Eagles 3rd, and Joshua in 3rd and 4th. Greg is back in 5th place. And fortunately, we did find out that the 13 car of Clayton was able to get back in the race. See how the race is going back in the press back. There's the 3, the WTF Racing Chevy Camaro of Greg Everett sitting back up there in 5th place. And here's Clayton back on the track making some good time. I believe Clayton's really looking forward to next week. I believe we run in Texas. Our schedule does run the race schedule that does match iRacing for the fixed series. So if you have any idea what we want to know what we run, just feel free to check there. You can see our whole race schedule. It matches all the way up to week 12. And like I said, this is week 5 of the season, just the same as it is over there. See how Clayton's lines do. Let's get a little in-car ride with every driver. Clayton got a little bit loose off the turn. Eases off the gas. Good, using good throttle control and management. Not overworking the wheel. Running a great line. Alright, let's go ahead and take a ride along with the leader and see how his line looking. You can see in his mirror, he's got a mirror full of David Hurt. And not far behind him is Joshua and then Doug. Kind of running the middle line through there. Still, like I said, got more full of guys. Trying to list as much wear as possible. Hear him lifting, got a lot of lift out of there. Trying to be very smooth on the wheel, not overwork it. He's working out a little bit of slide well to keep momentum. Looks like there's been a change for second place. In second place, we have now the 76 of Maloney, Joshua Maloney. Let's go ahead and take a ride along with him for a lap. Let's see how Joshua, he's got the leader in sight. You can tell they've been running for a little bit. Tires, definitely he's got a good little bit where he's driving hard, trying to get him. Last lap was a 31.45. Got a little bit of a run on the leader. Let's see if we get up there and get underneath him. Nope, he's going to try to go high side. Got an inside run, taking a look inside, got inside, and no doing. 22 got too good of an entry going into that turn. Oh, he gets a little loose, loses a little bit of time. As he loses time, let's take the car with 77. He's going to take second place. Running that low line, gets a good run into 1 and 2 lane and on the leader. The 3 or 4, excuse me, coming onto the front stretch. So you can take it up on the apron. Just skirts the apron with the front, with the right side, left side tires. Drives it hard into 1 and 2 on the low side. On the low side, man, he makes up a lot of time catching the leader right there. He's got there, he got a rear view full of the 76 of Doug Easel at WTF Racing Ford Mustang. Oh, made up a little time, and that time going 3 and 4. Let's ride along with Doug now. Let's see what he's got now. He's got a great view of David Hurt. See how he enters the turn. Nice and smooth. Drive throttle control. Still not over the wicked wheel. Last lap was a 31.6, so running droppable times to the leaders. Got a little bit loose on the exit there. So it's the 76 behind him. Is he going to try and take a peek coming inside? Let's take a look and see. Here's the race for third place. Right up there on Doug's bumper. Doug got a mirror full of him. Going to try and take the inside run. Oh, does take the inside from Doug Easel. To take third place. He's got him cleared. You can see him in the rear view mirror now. Doug back in fourth place. View fourth. We appreciate y'all for checking in and watching WTF Racing. Tonight's race is here at Kansas Motor Speedway. Oh, looks like Gregory's coming off a pit road, must have had some sort of trouble. Here's a view from back of Doug. Motocraft Ford of Joshua. DC Comics Joker car. Why so serious? Of David Hurt. This is a great car. He loves it. In David's opinion, he says best Joker ever. I tend to agree with him. There's a look from the leader, Boley Chef. WTF Racing Toyota Camry. Here come the leaders around. Doug's on fresh tire equipment. Unless he's really damaged, he should be able to get him. He should be able to stay on the lap he's on. Looks like the 67 of Joshua, the Motocraft Ford Mustang, had to pull off for it, came off for a pit, got some fresh tires, gonna try and chase down the leaders. Got a little loose. Like I said, track wear was a concern. By this time, we'd ran a good long ways. Been a long green flag run. Clayton, the number 13 Hooters cars, still in the race, running strong. Coming back on the backstretch, we got the number 13 of WTF Racing Chevy Camaro, the number 3, excuse me, WTF Racing Chevy Camaro of Gregory Everett, driving the terribly colored Cowboys car. Here's your battle for first and second place. Everybody at this point is definitely trying to hold on to their tires. A lot of wear. So you can see the leader get a little squirrely there. Let's take a ride alongside David. See how he enters 1 and 2 from this view. See if his car's steady or true. Doug trying to take that high line, get a run on the outside, carry some momentum around. He's definitely closing the gap. We got a great lead. 1, 2, 3 cars for the front. Question here, is anybody going to pit? Look at him running down there on that apron. Trying to get as much time as he can, run along the apron. Like I said, no boundary lines here in Kansas. So you can run that anywhere you want on the track. Now we got David putting the pressure on. Bully running the middle line. The Toyota Camry. David in the Chevy Camaro. Ooh, Bully gets a little bit loose there. David's got to again pick up a little bit of time. This is your lead pack, first, second, third. First place, Bully Chev or Michael H. Aldrich. Second place is 77, Joker Camaro of David Hurt. Third place, the WTF Racing Ford Mustang of Doug Easel. Fourth place, coming off of pit road, is the number 76 Motorcraft Ford Mustang of Joshua Maloney. And here is the WTF Racing Chevy Camaro number 3 of Gregory Everett, the Cowboys car. Coming out of 3 onto the backstretch. So look from the front view of the leader back to the interval. Currently in first place we have Michael Aldrich. Second place we have the 67 of Doug Easel. Third place we have the 77, the Joker car of David Hurt. Fourth place we have the 76 Motorcraft Ford Mustang of Joshua Maloney. Fifth place we have the WTF Racing Chevy Camaro of Gregory Everett. And in sixth place we have the 13 of Clayton J. And unfortunately at this point I do believe it didn't blow up and was unable to finish the race. Yep, you can see him there, broke down on pit road. Unfortunately, his car had a rough night. But there he is in support of breast cancer awareness. Good man. Here's your front pack running. Here's your race for the leaders right now. First, got a lead pack. Ooh, Doug got a little loose. Had to drive down towards the apron, save the car, but he's didn't be able to save some momentum. Drop back in for third place. Still holding third place. So in first place right now, currently we got the 22 of Mike Aldrich. We have the 77 of David Hurt, and with 67 of Doug Easel. Lined up a good bit. On the backstretch, stand lined up, trying to close into each other by the draft. David dropping to the low line. Mike running the high line. Mid line. Doug Easel also running the mid line. Once again, first place of the race so far is the 22 of Michael Aldrich. Second place is the 67 of David Hurt. Third place, the 77 of David Hurt. Third place is the 67 of Doug Easel. Fourth place is the 76 of Joshua Maloney. Fifth place is the 3 of Greg Everett. And sixth place is the 13, who's unfortunately going to have a DNF of Clayton J. Looks like Doug's tire wear's getting a little hard. Car's getting a little bit loose. You can see a little wheel off of him as he's losing a little bit of time coming into the turns, coming out, especially on the exit. David's still running that low line. Seems to be getting a good drive right now through 3 and 4. Closing the gap up on the leader. Nader's still running that mid to high line. David Drozen trying to use the apron, gain some time, close some ground on the leader. Laps are starting to run down. Doug now has switched down to the low line, trying to cut it down. Those time's running out, trying to pick up time. They're all running along the wall, pick up a little side draft, trying to keep some draft going. The leader runs into the high line. 77 ran the midline that time. Still skirting on that apron, trying to gain some time. He's closing some gap on the leader. The 67 of Doug Easel trying to chase him down. Let's run a line with inside the cards to see how the cards are handling this late in the race. We're running with the 22, the leader of Michael H. Aldrich, also known as Bully Shaft. Still got a pretty clean line. You definitely can see his hands working a little bit more. Car's looser due to the tire wear. Holding a steady pace though. You can see David back there in the mirror running the low line. Trying to close time on him. Now let's run a lap with David, see how his car's handling it for him. He's still got the leader in sight. Laps are clicking down. So at this point, we got somewhere around 10 to go. We're just trying to hang on. Make it last. I know me at this point, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can hold this on for this many more laps. I didn't want to be the first to pit and lose that time and have somebody possibly stay out and take the race from me. So I stayed out and pushed it to the very end. I know myself, lifting at this point quite a bit, really trying to save fuel. I personally run the same racing apps, and it gives me, how many laps empty. When we started the run, I was kind of right on the mark. Then we started running hard, and it dropped down, so I started working conservo. I think I finished with, I want to say I had 2 to empty at that point, so I was really able to save fuel, and luckily was able to stay out front. You can see David here was clearly trying to close the gap on me and driving hard to get me. I was hoping I could just stay out in front long enough to hopefully burn his tires out and try and pull away some. I can see Doug, unfortunately, is falling back. At this point, his tires are a little bit loose. You definitely hear him scream, see how the wheel's working. You see how the RPM's dropping, how he's working that throttle. Really trying to keep as much momentum going as he can. We're trying to hold some speed as he hits the turns. He's turning, especially how he's lifting. You can hear him throttle the gas as we're going in and out of the turns. Looks like David's trying to put some more pressure on the leader, trying to get that lead. David running that low line. The leader chose to run mid to high line. Doug Easel back there in third. Lost a little bit of time on those guys. Not a huge gap. But if they have a bobble, he's right back in the game. Lose time somewhere. Mike gets loose. David comes up on him. Or we have trouble with the lap vehicle. Something of that nature could easily put Doug back into the hunt of this race. So he's got to run clean laps and stay as close as possible as he can and take so he can capitalize on any mistakes. David tries to swing out too wide on the front stretch. Thinks better of it's going to hold in line. I believe he's going to drop line to the low side. This time, Bully seems to up in a little bit lower. Pulls the block so he can't close as much time on him and not let him get in on that low side. Their intervals really staying very close together at this point. Fortunately, Clayton broke down on pit road. Here's the battle for first, fourth place. Greg right there, 3 cars, a lap down in fifth place. The battle, here's fourth place right here, the 76 with Joshua Maloney. Running clean, trying to chase guys down. He took tires a little earlier than he took tires when others didn't. Unfortunately, cost him. I believe he does come by and get his lap back, I believe. Because you can see, because he's making great time on fresh tires, while the three leaders are all on old tires, have not come in yet for fuel. Oh, we lose a little time there with a bobble. Closing up in on Gregory Everett, the 3 car. This is WTF Racing Ford Mustang in third place. The 77 Joker car of David Hurt, second place. Still putting the pressure on the leader of Mike, the number 22 car. Looks like Mike got a good drive off that turn there. Still trying to keep it together. Once again, WTF Racing is currently looking for drivers, so please feel free to join us. Ooh, David tried to make a little inside run, close the gap some, but Mike really had a great exit off that turn, managed to pull away a little bit better. Let's see what happens here as they go into 3-4. Oh, Doug lost it. Got a little loose down there in the lower corner of the screen. I believe he managed to save his lap. David definitely is applying the pressure on the entrance into 1 and 2. Definitely closes the gap. But Bully just seems to exit so much better on the back coming out of the turn of 1 and 2. 3 and 4. David choosing to go to the low line again. Bully, the 22, staying high. They're 2 wide into 1 and 2. Or 3 and 4. They exit 3 and 4 with Bully still having a slight lead over the 77 in the second place of David Hurt. See the cars squiggle and move around a good bit. Let's get a view from David, see what he's doing through here, see how stable these cars are running. Oh, see, you get a great run into 1 and 2 right there. Lifting, throttle, working that throttle really nicely. Oh, that was 3 and 4, excuse me. It's like pulling the other line at this point. He's really running on the apron, trying to gain time on him. I knew right there I was losing time to him. I was really trying to keep him at bay, hold him off. You can see I dropped down to the lower line where he's running, trying to slow his pace from, getting on by me. But he acted a heck of a run. I mean, he was driving it hard, trying to get through me, on those little sides of those turns. There he had a great run on me. Unfortunately, I got a great exit off that turn. I thought he was going to get me here, honestly. And I just kept by and then dropped it back in time. Like I said, I took it up on the apron. Tried to get some time there, and it actually gave him a little bit of breathing room going into 1 and 2 here. But he was so strong. I mean, look at how much gap he closes each time on 1 and 2. That had me so worried. I'm Excuse me, folks. Having some technical difficulties. Well, folks, I do apologize. I had some technical difficulties. For some reason, the clip didn't fully record. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the running order on this. I did finish in first place, fortunately. We really did was a really great race. We had a 55 lap green run. So first place went to the 22 of myself. Second place went to the 77 of David Hurt. Third place went to the 67 of Doug Easel. Fourth place went to the 76 of Joshua Maloney. Third place went to the 3 of Gregory Everett. And fourth, excuse me, fifth place went to the 3 of Gregory Everett. And sixth place went to the 13 of Clayton J. Once again, folks, we do run our races on Wednesday nights, 5 Pacific, 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. I'm going to pull this down real quick. I'm going to pull up our league page so you can check it out. Like I said, you can look us up under WTF Racing, but while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and give you a look of our season standings. So far in our season 1 standings, this is our first season. We have myself in first place with 210 points, followed by David Hurt with 205, Doug Easel with 201, Clayton J with 155, Gregory Everett with 154, close race, really running close together there. Sixth place would be Joshua Maloney with 121 points. Seventh place would be Anthony McPherson with 86 points. Eighth place would be Cody Kennedy, who's only ran one race for us. We appreciate him for it, though. Ran with 42 points. And ninth place would be Ted Decker with 40 points. Once again, folks, we're WTF Racing. I hope you enjoyed our video. I'm really working on the editing thing, trying to get better. So, please give us feedback if you enjoyed it. Please give us a like and a subscribe and tell people about it. And we'll have another race for you guys up next week. We also, like I said, we'll put up some practice videos and some practice races. So if you're involved in want to be in one of our practice races, you always find them under the hosted races. It's under WTF Racing. They're always open. Please come join us. Check us out, see what we're about. And if you're interested in joining us, we can roll the ball from there. If you do have any other questions about us, you can reach us. You can find us on Grid Finder under WTF Racing or Instagram under WTFRacing.eTeam. Just PM us through there, and we can go that route. You can also find me on Discord at Bully Chef 710. So once again, thank you, everybody. Have a great day.